What's up, guys? Welcome to the first Q&A. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to start a weekly series now where I'm going to do Q&A. So if you have a question for me for next week, send me a message on YouTube, send me a message on Facebook, put it in the comments below. However you have to do it, go ahead, and I will make sure I answer those on the show next week. Really, nothing's off limits, guys. You can ask me pretty much anything. I've had questions this week about streaming, rating, computers, and fitness. So I've actually pretty much covered all the bases this week. So let's get right into it. Hope you guys enjoy this series. The main point of the series is to get to know me a little bit more, and to kind of connect with some of you guys a little bit more, because I've had a really good time meeting a lot of you guys and gaming with you, talking to you, and getting to know you. So I wanted to continue that, and I thought let's try to get a little bit more of the community involved. So let's get right into this. First question that I had was, do I stream? Very simple question, actually. I tried and I failed. Okay. The reason being is my computer currently is about 3 years old, and when I got it, it really wasn't like a top of the line computer. It was just a really good deal. It had some pretty decent components in it, so I picked it up. In today's standards, it's kind of crap. And as if you guys have been following my channel for a long time, you know that I did try to stream for a while. I tried to stream raids and I really couldn't do it. I had to turn the quality down so low that it was damn near unwatchable. Like, I hated watching it. I went through the footage and I was just like, ugh, I couldn't stand to watch it. And so if I'm not going to watch my own stuff, there's no reason why you guys should. So I pretty much had to turn that off, alright? The other thing with streaming is when I'm raiding, especially during progression raiding, I'm like the most boring person to watch stream ever. If you've ever watched anybody who does like heroic raiding and they stream, very rarely are they engaged in the chat. Are they very fun to hang out with? It's typically a lot of silence, just staring at their face and then watching the screen. You know, there's very few people who can kind of interact and do really, really well in a heroic progression environment. Bladdy's probably the only one that I've ever seen that is very good at that. That has the talent to not only be able to top meters in heroic raids, but also be able to deal with all the mechanics while integrating with the chat. The dude's insane, right? So that's kind of the reason I haven't done that so much, besides the fact that my current computer is terrible. So I hope that answers your question. That's why you do your stream. The good news is, and this kind of goes into my next question, is I got a new computer, and someone had asked me what my computer specs were. I'm not going to go over what I bought, but I got a really cool computer coming, guys, and I just ordered it about 5 hours ago for making this video. I'm super excited about it. I've got all my peripherals already set up, and I'll do a full like new computer day, like go over everything with you once it comes in so I can show you guys, because I'm sure I'll be too stupidly excited to not record everything. And I apologize ahead of time if I mess any words up or names up. I'm not like the biggest nerd on the planet when it comes to like the integrity of like what's inside a computer, you know what I mean, like all the little pieces and like all the little things that are different. I had a couple people who I trust who know a lot about computers who helped me pick kind of the different specs and everything. It is a CyberPower PC, so I've read a lot of reviews from them, and I've gone over a lot of I've talked to a couple people who actually own CyberPower PCs, and they've really been impressed with them. They've really liked them. The customer support and the warranty were also a big factor for me, because like I said, you know, with like changing out like liquid cooling stuff and stuff like that, I don't know much about that, so I don't, you know what I mean, I'd rather have that warranty, that safety net, you know, just in case something goes wrong. But it seems to be a really good machine. I'm really excited. They're giving me like quite a few perks too. Like I'm getting a couple mice to give away to you guys, hopefully. We'll see, unless I really want them, but I'm pretty dedicated to my Naga, so I'll probably give at least one of them away. The other one I might keep as a backup just in case hell freezes over. But they're also giving me a free headset, which I may or may not give away. That will actually give me 3 headsets, and I do have a really nice Logitech headset. It's not like the greatest headset in the world, but it's still a pretty nice headset, and I've never even used it. Like, it's been my backup that I bought just in case I needed a backup. And it was, you know, it was like a $50 headset, so it's not like a cheapo. And I'll show it to you guys, you know, once I give it away. But I'm thinking about giving away that. depending on how this one looks that comes in. I'm getting, let's see, Far Cry 3, Crysis 3, Tomb Raider, Bioshock Infinite. I get game coupons for all those games. So honestly, the only one that I really care about that I've heard a lot of really good things about is Bioshock Infinite. I will keep that one for sure, but I may give away the other 3. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's see how much stuff I feel like giving away and how generous I feel like being. But they're a really good company. Like when I talk to the guys on the phone, I talk to them via online support. You know, I just ordered it 5 hours ago, and they're already like, here's your receipt, here's everything that we got from you know, if you have any questions, blah, blah, blah. They just seemed really good about it. And so far, I've really enjoyed my experience. But that's the computer. Okay, so I'm going to get that computer. Once I get that, guys, I'm going to stream everything. I'm going to stream all the time. The only time I may not stream is if we're doing progression on a fight and I need the kill footage for a guide video. Then I may not stream, I may just record, okay? So keep that in mind, is that may happen. But if there's fights that, you know, after that, when everything's on farm, yeah, for sure, I'm going to stream raids for you guys so you can see everybody else in my raid kick my butt. And that actually ties into my next question that you guys read is, you know, have you been raiding? Why haven't you been raiding? Why haven't you been blah, blah, blah? Did your guild break up? Tons of questions about this. So let me answer those as well. Okay? And this kind of ties into everything. Which was actually kind of cool how this segues, which I didn't plan, but it you know, now that I'm ruining it by telling you that it segued so well. Okay. So, yes, Vox broke up. It was nothing that, there was no bad feelings or anything that happened. There was just, in a 25-man heroic progression group, guys, here's what happens, is you have half the group who wants to raid harder, and then you have half the group who's getting carried by the first half of the group. Or who just doesn't want to be there. There's people who are just burnt out. You know, there's a million different things, but typically there's the top 12, and then there's the bottom 13 to 15 people. In any raid group, that's typically how it is, and you'll find this literally in almost any raid group. Okay, there's always those guys that you don't want Defile to be on. There's always those guys that, like the Rumu, you don't want the blue beam to be on. Like, there's always that guy in every raid group. It doesn't matter. There's always that guy. But yes, they broke up. So our raid leader and a few other of our really talented players went to Storm Rage and are raiding over there with a really good guild. They're actually working on a heroic Lei Shen right now. Aki went to Last Word, and I actually was approached about this time to start this video process that bought me this computer. And so I was working with a lady, really, you know, really good time. I really liked her. We clicked. We kind of were on the same page with everything, so we worked together. Did a lot of work for it, and now I'm getting, I have the funds to be able to get a computer out of it, which is really awesome, okay? So I took a break from raiding. After Vox broke up, I just kind of, you know, work gets busy in the summer for me, like I said in my last video, so I didn't want to really deal with that. So what I did was I took a break, and I took a break until this week, actually, like this past week, this past reset 5.3. I really did. Like, I leveled a Warlock, I was messing around in him, I was really enjoying that, I was trying to get some videos out to you guys, but I was really busy with this other project, which is why some of my videos have not been coming out as regularly as they normally do, which is also the reason that you haven't seen any guide videos past Heroic Horde. Okay? Well then, on Monday night, Last Word, Aki's Guild, invited me to be another one of their mages, as they like to run 3 mages, and one of their mages had quit. So they offered me the spot, and with their raid times are perfect for me. Okay, they really are perfect for me. They got Heroic Darumu down last night, so they're 10 of 13. So there's Dark Animus is the only boss left in their way between us and Heroic Lei Shen. So what I'm going to do, guys, is as soon as I get my new computer set up, that first week I will probably do all the recording for all the videos, right, for all the kill videos, and then after that first week I'll probably start streaming all the farm content for you guys. That will probably be the easiest way to do it, and that way you guys can kind of go along with us. Hopefully we'll be working on Lei Shen by then, maybe some Raden, and so you guys can see all those fights and then see all the farm content as well. see how the gear progresses. But these guys are really talented group, guys. They are really talented. Their other mage, is one of the best mages I've ever seen. Cakezilla is hands down one of the top mages I've seen. And again, I'm a huge Blatty fan. I'm not going to say he's better than Blatty, because let's be honest, a method mage is very good. Blatty, Kuznov, Vikinya are very, very good mages. Logo is a very good mage. I honestly think Cakezilla could hold his own with these guys. He's that good. And so I'm excited to get some gear and to get back into raiding. And I am going to start raiding again. So I am Horde now, though. So I hope none of you guys were with me, because I was Alliance, because that ain't happening no more. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of that, though. I'm going to be able to stream raids. I'm going to be able to get a lot of more raid content out to you guys. And it's going to be in a lot better quality as well. So I'm really excited about that. And there's really no segue into this last question. And I don't know which one of you is trolling, because I don't know your YouTube account. But I told you nothing was off limits, so whatever. The question is how much do you bench press? It really depends. And the easiest way to kind of do the mathematical equation is since the last time that I visited your mother's house till now, what is the weight differential? Because that would be about what I bench pressed the last time I maxed out, was when I lifted your mother. So if that helps, I hope it does. But no, on a serious note though, guys, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I've never actually lifted to max out ever. I'm a bodybuilding lifter, so I lift to gain size and mass and dense, thick muscle, yes, but it's lean muscle, and it's about getting a pump in the muscle, getting nutrients and blood into the muscle, and making everything proportionate in size. You want the big shoulders, the little waist, the big legs, and then everything in between. There's little tips and tricks to tweak here and there, but for the most part, I don't ever max out. I honestly don't ever go below like 10 reps, ever, on anything. I typically stay around 12 to 15, and just try to really get a good squeeze and pump when I'm at the gym. So I hope that helps you as well. But yeah, if you really want to know how much I bench, again, speed dial 1 to whatever your mom's speed dial is, and ask her how much she weighed the last time I was over, and that should give you a rough idea. If she's a little bit littler, maybe times it by 2. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But anyway, guys, again, if you want to leave any questions, comments for next week's episode, go ahead and feel free to do that. Send them to me on Facebook. You can send them to me on YouTube. You can ask me in-game if you want to read them off in-game for you. That's fine. My battle tag is Nash1240. Nash tag, Nash tag. Nash hashtag 1240. So if you guys have any questions for next week, again, anything else, go ahead and go through those avenues to get a hold of me. And hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and as always, see you next week.